Hi, welcome to Alive and Juicy and Learn Raw Cuisine. I'm Chef Dr. Deandra, a naturopath and a raw food chef. And today we're going to make some dark chocolate almond cookies with walnuts. This is one of my favorite recipes for something quick and easy that's delicious and nutritious. And if you have children in the house, this is a recipe to get them involved in because it's loads and loads of fun and it's quick and easy. So let's start off with talking a little bit about the ingredients. This is our main ingredient. This is cacao powder. And it's from South America. It has over 300 chemical constituents in it. It's one of the most nutrient-dense foods available. It's super high in magnesium as well as antioxidants. The ORAC rating on cacao powder is 955 ORAC units per gram. The other half of the powder is its other half cacao butter. This is the solid form, and this is its melted form, which of course today we're going to use the melted form. Now I know you're thinking, fat is not a good thing, but cacao butter is actually good fat. 36% of it is monounsaturated fats, which are the good fats for you. The other 60% is made of 50% of that is made of stearic acid, which has been shown to not change or to be neutral as far as the blood cholesterol goes. So don't worry about this clogging your arteries. Okay, we're going to use almond powder or almond meal. Now you can buy it either as meal or you can make it as I do, putting whole almonds through your food or through your juicer to make the ground almond meal. Now almonds are high and a great source of vitamin E, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium. They're good for the heart. They have omega-3s and 6s in them. They're good for your blood pressure. They're great to help move things through your intestinal tract. They have a great energy boost to them with copper and manganese. So they're just a good all-around alkaline nut. And they're one of only 2 alkaline nuts. Your other alkaline nut would be your filberts or your hazelnuts. We're also going to use vanilla powder, and that's coming from the entire vanilla bean, ground, so it's ground vanilla powder. And of course you all know that the vanilla bean is an orchid where they scrape the seeds off to make the vanilla. We're going to use Himalayan crystal salt, just a pinch of that. We're also going to use some ground in the blender and powdered coconut sugar. And this comes from the palm flower of the coconut tree. It's a very low glycemic. It's about 35 to 38 on your glycemic index, so it keeps the blood sugar level. And we have dates. We're going to use about 3/4 of a cup of dates soaked. Then you can use pieces or whole dates as long as they're soft and soaked, and then drained. And of course our final ingredient is going to be walnuts. Now as you see, the shape of the walnut, it's very good brain food. And doesn't it look like the brain? It's got the 2 hemispheres. It looks beautiful. So that winds up the ingredients, and we'll be back to assemble them in a flash. Okay, we're going to be assembling the ingredients now, and we're going to use a food processor with the S-blade in it. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in all the powders, all the dry powders. So in goes the coconut sugar. In goes our raw cacao powder. In goes our almond meal. Now you can use the almond meal that's left after you've made an almond milk, but if you do, it's been defatted. So be sure that you add a little bit of almond oil or macadamia nut oil or even coconut oil back to it, maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons to bring the oil back up in it so it's not too dry, because the cookies need to bind, and the oil is one thing that makes them bind. There goes our vanilla powder. Here comes a couple pinches of the Himalayan crystal salt. Salt is always good to help even out the recipe and meld the flavors together. Okay, we're also going to add the 2 tablespoons of the melted cacao butter. Okay, now we're just going to process this right now really quick. I'm going to pulse it a couple times. One more time, just let it go for just about 30 seconds so it's all incorporated. You're basically just looking to have it all completely mixed and incorporated together. And now, we're going to be ready to add the dates. Now I have the dates soaking, so we're going to need to drain these dates, and then we'll be able to add them. Okay, here we go. 3/4 of a cup of dates added to the dry mixed powder. And we're just going to blend it. Okay, what you're looking for here is it to form a ball and to start to combine together. So once it processes the dates, it'll start to stick together and clump in the middle. When it does that, it's your signal to stop it, test it, and see if it's finished. Yep, and what we're looking for is dough that just molds kind of like putty or Play-Doh. And it smells awesome. Okay, now we're ready to assemble and actually make the cookies. We have the dough processed. Now we're going to just rough chop with either a knife or a chopper. Rough chop about 1/2 cup of walnuts. Okay, once we have those chopped, then we're going to put our dough in a separate bowl. Okay, and to our dough, we're going to add about 1/2 to 3/4 cup of walnuts, rough chopped, and just mix those in. Now you can mix them with a spoon, or if you have the children, just let them get in there with their hands and mix them in. Okay, now we're ready. Now, right now, if you do not have a dehydrator, these are ready to eat. Just take a baller, scoop, or you can take a tablespoon, whichever is easier for you, and scoop them out, roll them into little balls, and they're ready to go, just like that. You can put them in the refrigerator, covered in a glass container. They'll last and be ready for 3 weeks in the refrigerator or 3 months in the freezer. However, I like mine a little bit drier, more like a cooked cookie taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll these. Just roll a few and show you. And we're going to take the back of a wooden spoon, we're going to coat it with a little bit of coconut oil or a little bit of cacao butter so it doesn't stick. And we're just going to press down the cookies really easy and flatten the balls that we've just made out to make our little cookies. And there you have it. You want to flatten them out and put them on the Teflex sheet, on your dehydrator sheet, and we're going to dehydrate them just like this for 4 hours at 105 degrees. We're going to remove them from the Teflex sheet and flip them over and dehydrate them about another 4 hours. They're going to be a little bit soft in the middle and kind of a little drier and harder on the outside. It much resembles a cooked cookie. But actually, they're raw, they're nutritious, they're delicious, and they're quick to make. Thanks for watching. Yummy chocolate almond cookies. For a copy of this recipe, along with other delicious recipes, visit my website, aliveandjuicy.com. See you there.